Blessed awakening, blessed awakening, blessed awakening. So today I'm out here, this morning, I'm out here playing with the garlic. I noticed it hasn't sprouted yet. So I'm just out here peeling it off some more and giving it a little leg up. So, where you going, bud? To the sign? Oh, you dog lovers. That's my bud right there. He come out here with me every morning. So look, I'm just letting it soak in the water. Right? Sometimes we need some help, right? And it's okay to ask for help. Um, Sometimes we're not able to do what we can, but that's what make great partnerships, right? If you don't know how to do it, you ask somebody that can. And even if you do know how to do it and can't do it, you ask somebody to help. You have to open your mouth, guys. I don't know um, how much more I can stress that. Um, and trust me, asking for help. For some people they are ornery and they set in their ways. Um, but asking for help is not a bad thing. Yeah, sometimes you may encounter some people that you ask for help and they just seem like they irritate the shit out of you. Right? I mean, you irritated the shit out of them. But fuck them. Just go ask the next person for help, right? Um, because at the end of the day, guys, we all need help, and especially listen to me now. Especially if we plan on changing things together, right? You don't have to be my brother or my sister or my cousin or anything like that to help, to get help, to receive help, right? Yo, I know. Oh, let me say this. We actually had a really good day yesterday. My baby enjoyed her birthday, which is the most important thing. Um, and I actually did not get back on yesterday, because I had besides uh having a good time with my kid, I had a really bad reaction to. I don't know what it was. I'm assuming it was a combination um of everything, especially those tomatoes. I'm allergic to tomatoes, and I was trying to help my wife out with, dang it, 2, 4. Okay, one more. I was trying to help my wife out with pruning her tomatoes, and yeah, things got really bad. I ain't had nothing on my hands, and nor did I have anything on my arms. Knowing I'm allergic to this stuff, but I'm also allergic to bug bites, right? Um, and I got bit a lot over there in that garden, in the vineyard, right? Uh, but I am okay. I took 3 Benadryl, and that ain't helped because it flared up some more. So now I have to. It's crazy because the Benadryl will probably kick in today, even though I took it yesterday, right? I ain't gonna hold y'all up here too long. I am I will step away for a second, just to handle something. But y'all will still be up here watching the garden while I do. All right. And so basically what I'm doing, let me jump back to this. Basically what I'm doing is I'm peeling the garlic, right? Let me show you. I'm peeling it. I'm drop it in the water. Let it soak a little bit. Alright. Cover it up, and then we're gonna come back to it. And we're gonna come back to it and put it back in the dirt. That's what I was trying to say. Right. So let's see what we got going on today. We got some berries coming in here. See them? Alright. See those runners? They got to dry out. If they don't dry out, we will lose them. Alright. But yeah, it's okay to ask for help. Sometimes asking for help for some may seem like it's you asking for a handout, and that's not necessarily the case, right? Hold on, guys. I need to do something real quick. Let me put you here. Go look at the pineapple. Alright. My bad, y'all. Had to take care of something. But again, let me reiterate that. I know that sometimes asking someone for help may seem like you asking for a handout. Some don't know how to differentiate the two. Differentiate, right? Differentiate the two, right? So asking for help or needing help um is not necessarily a handout. Because remember what I said, that the only way we can really change things is if we do it together. And to do it together, we need each other, one another. All right. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Sometimes, you will ask for help or need help, and God will send that help, and you being disobedient. You won't move out the way. And that brings me to communication, guys. So, as y'all can see, it's a big mess. Because I was out here de-weeding and cleaning and all that, and we still ain't done. I still got a lot to do. But by me having that allergic reaction to every damn thing, I I had to stop, and I had to take my baby girl. So honestly, it wasn't really the reaction that made me stop. It was the fact that my baby wanted to go to the mall. It was her birthday, so she was able to pretty much get whatever she wanted. Right. So yeah. But back to communication, guys. You should not have to talk to this person, talk to that person, talk to this person, talk to that person. If you have conflict or issue with someone, especially since most of you are grown, baby, go talk to them. Even if it's not a conflict or an issue, but you feeling some type of way, talk to that person. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing: when you talking to this person, that person, this person, that person, eventually that game of telephone, um, information will get misinterpreted. But if it's coming from your mouth and it's coming from you, then you don't have to worry about anyone lying or anything like that. Remember, no, I'm going to use that word can't, and I don't usually put can't in my vocabulary, but I'm going to use it. We cannot do it alone. We will not do it alone. Real change happens in numbers, and with the strength of numbers, guys. Right? So again, if there's conflict, even if there's not conflict, learn how to communicate. A lot of us, we have kids, and we don't even know how to communicate with them because we never learned communication. But you can start today, not tomorrow. We ain't gonna put it off. You need to talk about something, talk about it. You need to get something off your chest, get it off your chest. But there are ways to communicate. You can communicate without anger. You can communicate without frustration. And even if you are frustrated while you're communicating, is a lot of the times it's not the miscommunication that get messed up or anything. It's the fact that hold on, y'all. I apologize. I'm trying to think and do things all at the same time. Yeah, a lot of the times it's not the miscommunication, it's the misinterpretation, right? So if I'm frustrated with you and I need to talk to you, I need to pay attention to my delivery method, right? A lot of the times it's how we deliver things, right? Um, it's not always a miscommunication thing. It's just, delivery. Some of us don't tolerate being yelled at and dealing with attitude, right? But if you know how to communicate, then you understand that you can understand people. You can understand different forms of communication. Because some people only know communication in one form, and that's yelling and screaming or um, being pissed off and shit like that, right? So let's learn some communication skills. And if you don't have the skills or don't know where to start, look online. Look online. Find some classes. You do public speaking. I myself have been working on public speaking. I'm not one to do much talking, right? When it comes to conflict or anything else. But I'm learning. I am learning. It's not hard. Now I'm a communicator. I communicate, um, and I'm very aware of my tone and my demeanor of things. Y'all think that's sharp enough to wedge down in the ground? Uh, but yes, I'm very, very, very much aware of how I communicate. Right. So I say that to say, um, communicate, people. Don't tell this person or that person or this person or that person. Baby, please hear me when I say this. The only way we are going to grow as individuals, as a group, as a unit is together. And honestly, that should be the only way we want to grow. Because truth be told, we've been trying things our way damn near our whole life, right? And it's either got us this far or it ain't working. It just sends us right back to the beginning. So why not try God's way? Or why not try another way? Me personally, I say God's way, right? Because his way is the only way for my life. That may not be the case for yours, but for mine it is, right? So learn how to communicate. Not just to which business or strangers or anything else. Learn how to communicate with those in your family, those around you, those in your circle, right? And don't be afraid to ask for help. Everyone. There's not one person in this earth, in this realm, that does not need help. Whether it's just as simple as, hey, can you pick up that piece of bark for me? Right? Everybody needs help. And a helping hand is not always a handout. And even if it was a handout, there are different forms of handout. Let me just say that. Because a lot of you are ignorant when it comes to things as such, right? um, work on helping each other. And sometimes that help requires you to move out of the way. Because God said, hey, you've been asking me for this and I'm giving it to you, but yet you don't want to move out the way so I can allow your help, key word, your help, to do the things you need done that helps you. Not discourages you, not makes you quit or anything like that, but to help you. And in today's time, help is very scarce. And so we think. But it's more help, time, and resources around. We just got to get out of our own way. Learn how to communicate. And communication shouldn't only come when you want something or need something. Heck no. Heck no. Communication is key. Right? Communication is time. Communication is love. Communication is frustration. So, I actually need to get out of here. Straight up, straight up. I, so yesterday, let me tell you. So yesterday, I actually went in my shed because nobody really has had bamboo sticks. I like to get these, the Miracle-Gro bamboo sticks, mainly because they are $1 for about 6, 7, 8 sticks, and they work really well, right? And I had these. These are for starters, and this is just a pole from an old shoe rack, right? So what I do, or what I did, was I took the old pole, reused it, and made it a garden trellis. And I take the bamboo stick and I stick it inside that, and I make me a climbing stick, right? If you didn't notice, look. So yesterday we did a lot of, we made a lot of progress. Got everything climbing where it needs to go. This one, she's reaching. See that? She's reaching. I'm try not to. Let me tell you, I don't want her to climb down the pole. I want her to climb up the pole, right? But we may need to let her climb around the pole, and let the other one climb up, since it's as tall, right? So we may do that. Yesterday I found that we had a lot of cantaloupes coming in. I did end up knocking a couple of off, and we did a lot of de-weeding yesterday. Don't talk shit about my mess. I do clean up after myself, and I will clean this up. But I usually don't do a cleanup until after I'm done with everything. Now, if my wife was out here, she'd be cleaning up right behind me. Then I go to find something and can't find it because she done cleaned it up. Right? But again, yesterday we got out here and we we destroyed some things. And when I say we, I mean me and you, because my wife wasn't out here. But we also made a lot of progress on things, right? We know what we have for a lot of stuff, a lot of plants, right? We didn't lose anything, which is a good thing, right? I did run out of mesh, so I ended up using some of these bamboo poles, right? Which they do a pretty good job as well. You just have to make sure that they are in the ground deep enough so that they don't so they don't do that. See how that one leaning? My wife will fix that. Alright. But yeah. So I had to get out here and help my plants. They didn't ask for help. They were probably screaming for help, but they didn't ask for help. But because I noticed that they needed a hand up, I got out here and I stretched their vines. Right? I cleaned up their area because, again, we hadn't been out here due to the weather. As y'all see, I got tools laying everywhere, even the corn. It's time for my corn. Look, y'all see that? I can't make that up. It's time for them corn worms to come out because it's time for the corn to start sprouting. Right? And it's wild because only the white corn came up so far. Now, the yellow corn did come up, but I covered it back up with dirt, and I was hoping that it would shoot itself back out, which it probably will. Sometimes it takes longer for others to do what it need to do, right? Especially when it's disturbed. You come over here. You see the cucumbers. They don't care what they wrap on. No, nothing with a vine care what it wraps onto. Alright, look. They just like to reach. Save me, save me. That's what it says. Save me, save me. Got out here and I helped them. I helped my plants. Because my plants help me. They feed me good nutrients. Can you got to grab something? Okay. It looks like I'm gonna have to step up here to my scrap wood place and see if they have some long 2x4s, right? Or some long scrap sticks that can be used as trellises or climbing poles. Because I refuse to. If I do go to the store, it'll only be for bamboo sticks, right? But those trellises, what y'all think about that? Y'all think they made good climbers? I think they do. We'll definitely have to get out here and anchor them down so that when that wind comes in, we want to help each other. And we won't eat. There's another cantaloupe. We want without anger. I'm going to help you without frustration. Because that's what we need. I'm going to communicate with you and I'm going to ask you, hey, is it okay that I do this? Or is it okay if this be done? You know, because sometimes we may have an idea in store or in our head and don't see the solution. But then you have that friend that's with you and y'all brainstorming and they bring up solutions. But because you didn't come up with that solution, you want to shoot them down. But remember, this is your friend. We're brainstorming together. You told me what you seen or what you needed, and I'm here to help. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to argue. I'm not here for nothing outside of communication, friendship, love, and helping, right? Gratitude. No judgment, none of that. Look, cantaloupe. And there's a lot of them up here, guys. You know, it's really a lot up here. I really didn't think yesterday. I didn't think that I had as many as I did, but I do. I'm gonna tell y'all how we ended up with so many vines. Same way we ended up with so much okra. My wife just like to throw shit anywhere. She just like to see it grow. Well, let me phrase that. She loved to see things grow. And for a long time, she didn't think she had a green thumb. And truth be told, we all have a green thumb, right? And that's not literal. That's we all have it, right? We just have to have the time and the patience. And Garden has taught her patience too. Reed taught her patience. Same with me. It retaught me patience. Cause at first, patience. What? Who? I don't have time. I don't have time for people shit. I don't have time to be explaining things, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? But truth be told is we need that patience. Not just in work or with people, but with ourselves, right? Cantaloupes. A lot of the times we don't give ourselves enough grace. We don't give ourselves time. And we speak negatively about ourselves. Oh, I can't do this, or I can't do that, or I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that. And I'm going to tell you something. My mentor actually was one of the ones that helped me out of that, right? And then also my God, reading his word and understanding what it means to serve his kingdom, right? So instead of I can't, or I don't, it's or I, things like that, is how can I? Let me step back and reassess the situation, right? I can do this. I am strong. I am loved. I am worthy. I am enough, which is the most important thing God has taught anyone, is that you are enough. You just don't believe it because you've been doubting yourself for so long. Your lack of communication has ended with you. It started and it ended with you. You don't know how to communicate because you don't know how to communicate with yourself, right? Communication is an all-around thing, guys. All around. I'll say that again. It's an all-around thing. Learn if you want to learn how to communicate with others well, learn how to communicate with you well. Right? Start with you. That's why I like Fly. First, love yourself, right? Because everything starts with you. You cannot serve the kingdom if you do not start with yourself. Right? Communication is a all around thing. Communication it shows up in different forms. Communication has different meanings, but all the same meaning, right? Look how these damn plants and damn tangled up. I'm so sick of them. I'm so sick of y'all. Cause why? Could you not just grab the trellis? Cause I'm sure. Why are you over here? You got a side by yourself. So, like I said, guys, the other day I don't usually touch my wife climbing plants, but she didn't ask for help. But she usually don't let me touch them because I be tearing them up. But I am helping because I know that she's been busy, right? Again, asking for help does not have to be hard. Communication does not have to be hard. So I say that to say, I'm going to ask you guys for help. We're going to start now. We're going to practice now. At 8:45, can y'all hear me? Okay. At 8:45, I need to log in for class. So I'm asking each and every one of you to drop something in the comments that let me know that, hey, we close to 8:45 or it is 8:45. That's me asking you for your help. Now, I do already have an alarm set, but that's not the point. The point is I'm showing you and teaching you how to ask for help. So at close to 8:45, let's say 8:30, because to be on time is late. And to be early is to be on time, right? And a lot of us need that time management. So with that being said, I'm asking you to drop in the comments when we get close to 8:45. Right? Let me know. Hey, it's time for class. I don't care what you do. Just you can tap like, you can tap share. Tap like and share. You can drop a heart, you can drop a thumbs up, whatever. But I'm asking you for your help. All right. Oh, I gotta call my landscaper. Cause this grass is ridiculous. Redonkulous. So yeah, guys. Asking for help, it shouldn't be as hard as we make it. Needing help is not a bad thing. We all need help. Even all of our greatest successors, a lot of wealthy people that we look up to, a lot of celebrities, they all needed help. They ain't do it alone. They ain't do it by themselves. They needed help. Just as we call on God every day, or your higher power, whoever you believe in, whatever. We call on them every day because we need that help. And the whole time God telling us if we help each other, we can help ourselves. Even though He's still helping us. Every day we wake up, that's help. And don't be afraid to ask for help and move out the way. Now that doesn't mean you ask for help and then I come over and I do the job myself or I'm doing everything myself. No. Sometimes that may be required, especially if you're down and out. Don't be that type to be down and out and still don't want to move out the way because you feel like you are a burden or something like that. Don't be that type, guys. Don't do that. Because if you was a burden, they would say so. If you was a burden, God wouldn't have sent the help, right? ain't see no pine pollen this year, and I was definitely looking for it. Um, yes, for you jackasses, I am allergic. But I love pine pollen because you can use it for a lot of things, and if you don't know, you can always Google it. Uh, we I really like turning it into a powder, right? And I think we're gonna grab some pine needles together today because the season is still in, but the season is also finna get ready to change. And luckily for me, I have access to pine needles year round. But we got to make our pine salt, our cleaning products, and probably make some pine tea. Pine tea, KJ. What the? Look it up. Do your research. Do your own research, right? Excuse me. So I got out here, guys. Let me show you this. Because yesterday I showed y'all that my sunflowers was drooping. And they was drooping real bad. Remember, I told you, I train them under stress. I train them to withstand stress. Look at them. I actually, tomorrow night, I will be treating them. Well, it might not be. No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till the sun goes completely down. So when the sun goes down, it goes behind that tree right there. But I'm actually gonna treat the soil in the greenhouse. And speaking of greenhouse, I need to get everything out of here and bring it out here so that I can fill in them gaps I was telling y'all about. There's a lot of stuff on the agenda today. Right now, though, we're just going to extend. My apologies, that was my hand. We're just going to extend a helping hand to my wife. Sorry, them ants. Every time I knock off an ant, for some reason, they love to get in my shirt and bite me. And yeah, that's not a good thing for me. you know. But it is what it is. Look, y'all see that? Most people would think that it's a bug in there. But that right there is not. There's no grub or nothing in that. That is the fact that it is drying because it's not in the soil. And I'll fix it. I will. But I'm not too concerned about it right now. But what I am concerned about is these vines being stretched. So that they can keep growing. Right? Ooh, them ant bites sting. But yes, that's what I wanted to talk about today, guys. Communication and it being okay to ask or need help. Even if you don't think you need it, guess what? You need it. You need it because we all need help. And there's no way in heavens you can teach or do something, anything without help, guys. Even from the moment we were babies, we needed help, right? Along the way, all these centuries and all these years and all that, we forgot what it was like to do things together. We forgot what it was like to help each other. Um, we forgot what it was like to love each other. You spread more hate than you do love. You communicate less and less, and wonder why your kids don't want to talk to you. I tell you right now, in my household, my kids get tired of my ass. Because now, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, and let's figure out a solution that works best for everyone, right? Sometimes, talking about things helps a lot. And my kids, they funny as heavens. They are funny. Um, really, really funny. You know. Um, and because my kids are so much um, like me and their mom, they have a lot of family who don't want to deal with them, right? On all sides, both sides, whatever. Don't even want to get to know them. And the only time they communicate with them is when it's beneficial to them or when they right in their face. But then my kids feel some type of way. And I have to tell them, explain to them that communicate those things. Don't just tell your parents. Because one thing about me and my wife, we don't sugarcoat. If you know us, we don't sugarcoat and we don't too much care about how you feel when it comes to our kids, right? Um, because I'm gonna tell you this: a lot of you knew my wife back in the day. A lot of you knew me back in the day. But I'm gonna share this, and she may not want to share it, but I'm gonna share this. Um, my wife, I've watched this woman completely destroy herself and her surroundings. Um, but my wife, she knew her father was sick and she wanted to do something that he could be proud of. And before he passed, and mind you, they butt heads a lot because they was just alike, but they didn't believe that they were just alike. Anyways, before he passed away, my wife was able to show him a side of his child that he had never seen. And before he passed, he expressed to me how proud of his daughter he was. And I didn't share it with my wife until I think yesterday. Is when I shared it with her. And I could tell that she was a little emotional about it, or a lot emotional about it. But that was something that she needed to hear. And before he passed, my wife had never she expressed to me that she had never heard her dad tell her he loved her. And I told her, I said, listen, your father is he's not getting better. He's gonna pass away. So anything you need to say, anything you want him to know, you need to express it now. And I can't tell you if she did. Well, no, yes I can. She did express some things. Um, and whatever happened, happened. But let me tell you something. That man, he told his daughter he loved her. And my wife, guys, I'm holding my wife in my arms, and she is bawling, bawling. Um, because for the first time in her life that she could remember, her father, her dad, told her that he loved her. Right? And shit, heck, that made me cry. That made me. I'm an empath, so what most people feel, I can feel. What most people, oh, I just said that. Yeah, what most people feel, I can feel. If you're close to me or if I'm close to you, more than likely, I can feel it. Right? And I had felt the energy before it actually happened. But anyways, she communicated with her father. And without either one of them realizing, God sent them both something that helped both of them on their journey. A little after that, her father passed away, right? But the point is, she was able to communicate with her father, how she felt, what she felt, and he expressed something that she had probably been needing her whole life or wanting her whole life. And not just to share her story, I'm gonna share my story, right? When I was younger, I was adopted. Well, not adopted. I had an adopted mother. Still do. She's still alive. And this mother, my mother, she has never missed a birthday. She has never missed a nothing. If it's gonna rain, she's up here and she's with she got a whole care kit. I mean, it could be 2 drops of rain. My mama be up here. She'll be up here with flashlights, batteries, buckets, etc., etc. And 3-4 years ago, everything just stopped. It was at a standstill. And my mom has always told me, "Hey, kiddo, if anything gets serious, real bad, I'll tell you about it." But my mom is also a private person, right? Um. Anyways, nothing happened, and I'm calling her, and she's not responding. I'm texting her, she's not reading it. She's not responding. I'm hitting her up on Facebook, hitting up her family, right? And there's no response. But every now and again, I would call her, and she would answer. But it was different. It was different. The conversation was short. She almost didn't. I don't know. It was just weird, guys. But anyways, I called her for her birthday, um, and I ended up talking to her and her sister, and her mom, right? And for a while, I was really pissed off at her. I told my therapist about it and everything. My therapist like, "Pop up, that's your mother." But I know how much of a private person, God, that ant bite hurt. Um, my mom is, so I didn't pop up. I wrote her a letter. And it's crazy because in this letter, I expressed what I was feeling and how I was feeling it, but it was more in an aggressive, bratty. I'm going to say bratty because my mama spoiled the shit out of me. Bratty tone, right? And my mom, she's the one to communicate. She taught me communication from the get go. When I came to her and I told her I was being raped every night, she, mind you, my grandma and everything, all this happened. But my mom was the one, like, she just, I don't know. She felt responsible, I'm assuming. I don't know, but she took control of me, right? Mind you, she taught me why reading was important. She taught me why my voice was important. She taught me the difference in handshakes. She basically taught me everything I freaking know, right? Because it started with her. It started with my grandma, but it started with her, right? When my grandma was moved to another state before she passed away. My mom was there. Anyway, I met her at a recreation center in my old neighborhood. Met her about, I want to say I was about 8, about to turn 9. And from the time I was 9 till the time I was 13, I was being raped. Mind you, before then I had been, well, I was raped before then, but then I was being molested every night from the time I was 9 to 13, right? And my mother, when I told her, she was livid. She was livid, but she still didn't know much, much about me. But my mother is the one that taught me trust but verify, right? And when I told her, she grabbed hold to me, um, as a mother should have, right? And she has never let me down or anything like that. Well, anyways, I wrote her this letter, and the letter comes back, guys. I'm looking like I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying, right? So this what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. And the letter comes back, and I ponder on it a little bit. Right? I'm like, I talked to my wife about it and how I was feeling. And I talked to God about it. I said, God, if I need to send this letter back, please let me know. Or do I just need to be patient? Right? And I didn't get a response, but that night I had a dream that something wasn't right, or something was going to happen, right? And so I never sent the letter. I still have the letter. Also, in that letter is her birthday card from the previous 4 years, right? She got a birthday card for every year, Mother's Day, Christmas, whatever. Now, mind you, my mother, she never missed a holiday, and she don't even believe in holidays. She's never missed anything. So to me, hey, something ain't right. What's going on with my mom? So I never sent the letter right. And her birthday, I called. I talked to her sister for a little bit, talked to her mother, and we didn't. They didn't say much because again, my mother is a private person. But as I'm listening and speaking with her sister, I had a sense of relief. So where did this relief come from? Why do I have this relief if I still feel like something's wrong with my mother? Well, something is wrong. I don't know what it is, so I can't speak on that. But something is wrong. But one thing my mother told me before I got off that phone is that she loved me, right? Um, and I communicated a little bit of what I felt, to her sister. And her sister, I noticed that, she was a little reserved on having this conversation. So, hey there, you just want to climb yourself in my plant? Um, but anyways, guys, the point is, sometimes we may think that it's our time or that things are supposed to go our way, and it's not. And God had me hold that letter for a reason. But the fact of the matter was, I didn't give up. I didn't quit on my mom. I didn't. I did spaz out in a letter, but it came back, and it came back for a reason. And that communication that I gave, God gave me an answer as to why it is I wasn't. I didn't have my mother's communication or things like that anymore, right? What time is it, guys? So yeah, I know that was a long story, long explanation. But it all, like I said, I ramble a lot, but it's all the same shit. It's all connected. So, but if I would have never made that call, or tried to make that call, or say anything, then I would have never really known that something wasn't right or something was wrong. And He gave me an answer, right? So, I'm not I'm not happy something's wrong, but I did have a sense of relief that okay, all right. My mama still love me. She still cares. She just, she got some personal things going on. And mind you, before all this happened, she told me, she said, kiddo, I got some things I need to take care of, and we would talk about it. We would talk about it, but she didn't. We didn't get the chance to really talk about it. Because my mother, she is and was a big communicator. Um, Again, I learned a lot of communication skills from her. I learned that my voice is also my instrument, right? Um, and it's important to be heard. And going through that, not being able to talk to or see or even hug my mom for 4 years, it sent me into a dark place. And I personally didn't like being there. But I obviously had to go through that. And I only went to that dark place because I wasn't communicating. I wasn't expressing myself. I wasn't asking questions. I'm just stuck in my ways. Why the fuck is this not happening? Why is this not going on? Why is you know what I'm saying? Like, that was what I had been doing. So, yeah, guys. And then finally, I did. I communicated. I called all her family because what the fuck going on with my mama, right? And because my mom's a private person, nobody really said anything. But one thing about my aunt is she gonna say something. She gonna say something, not in so many words, but she gonna let me know that something ain't right. And mind you, I hadn't talked to my aunt, my mom's mom, for a long while. And again, I'm talking about my adopted mother. Not talking about my biological mother, and her family. That's a whole nother life, whole nother story, whole nother everything. Um, right? But the point is communication and opening your mouth to ask for help sometimes, right? Help comes in many forms. Communication comes in many forms. And a lot of times we just need to step back, assess the situation, and step out the way. Because when you ask for something, you receive it. So be very specific on what you're asking God for, right? And let me say this. Hey God, don't do that shit right here. Hey God, can you give me what you gave them? Don't do that bullshit. Because let me tell you something. What is meant for you is meant for you. What is meant for them is meant for them. You may ask for that shit and then you get something that you don't want or didn't realize that what they got for a reason type shit, So, what's meant for you is meant for you. And just be patient. Just be patient. Use your voice, communication skills, right? Um, yeah. And be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Because whether you honest with yourself or not, God knows the truth. Your higher power, whoever, whatever you believe in, they know the truth. And you know the truth. That's why I tell y'all, get in that mirror. The mirror not gonna lie to you. It's not. If you get in that mirror, you tell yourself a lie. Your body language gonna, hey, that ain't right. Something ain't right. Or you gonna make a face, hey, that ain't right. Something ain't right, right? So yeah. So Again, if I got to tell you anything, start with yourself. Communication, asking for help, anything, start with yourself. If you can start with yourself, then you can help others. I didn't get here by chance. I had to take a long, hard, good look at myself and understand, overstand, and understand that I had to be honest with myself. Have to, still have to. Right? Alright, I think I got that one wrapped really well. What y'all think? Yeah, I think that's wrapped really well. I think I got it wrapped really well. My wife's probably not going to be a fan of her fruit being on top, but she don't mind that. Don't tell her I said, y'all better not say nothing. Nothing. Well, I see more vines. And I get that, sir. I see more vines. Can I get that, sir? I'm gonna sit that over there and put it down in the dirt so that it can feed the soil. Right? Again, y'all know what I said about these vines. You know, it's what works for you, but I do my best to not let them grow more than 2 vines at a time. And that's just so that so that the nutrients themselves can focus on producing fruit. All right. See this? Because it's been hanging and doing what it want to do. It think it's grown, right? And it has more than 1 vine. It actually has 3, and this is already off 1. So what we're gonna do? Sit y'all down here, and we're gonna clip them. We only need the main vine, which is the main stem, right? We only need that. So I'm gonna take this. It was a nice little clean cut, and these are the sugar babies. For those of you who do not know, I'm excited about these. Very, very excited. Sugar babies. For me, they are a year-round plant, vine for me. I grow my sugar babies year-round. Just because I know I love them. I love them. I was gonna say I know that how good they are, because they are good. But I absolutely, positively love watermelon. Right. Oh, look. I'm showing y'all from the wrong way. Y'all can't see that. Say I can't see that, KJ. Alright. Alright, y'all. I don't see nothing in the comments. Ain't nobody let me know that it's close to the time. Luckily for me, I do have an alarm set. Alright. But that was an experiment right there. Me asking y'all for help to see who was going to help, if anybody was going to help. That's why people are scared now. You rather watch somebody else do it than make a move. And then be like, oh, I helped too. No, you didn't. You only helped yourself. That's what you did. Helping yourself only serves one true purpose, baby. Got you on the real. Do you feel yourself in your ear? Nigga feel in your real. On the real. On the real. But that's that alarm that I was telling y'all about. Right? So, but again, guys, yeah, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't do that. Bees are pollinating. Y'all know what that means. Time for me to get away from here. So it is. So is. And when you're helping your plants climb, guys, be very, very careful. Make sure they're not being pinched or anything like that. Alright? Because vines themselves are very, very delicate. Even though they portray like they're not, they're delicate. Very, very delicate. Right? Which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. Now I have a did you know? Did you know? We done talked about communication. We done talked about help. Now I have a did you know? Did you know that watermelon leaves are edible? Did you know that? Drop a yes or a no or whatever in the comment. Alright. Look. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Let me see. Uh-oh. Let me help y'all. Y'all see that, Vaughn? Look how